Welcome, weary YouTube traveler. You've stumbled into the dark and creepy diamond painting channel, where we explore the dark, macabre, and twisted side of diamond art. You won't find any unicorn farts or fairy dust here. Nay, nay, my friends. I'm Mushmallow, and I will be your guide to the dark side of diamond art, if you're brave enough. Let's see what I have for you today. Warning, friends, watch your eyes. We have Medusa in the house today. Yes, I have finally completed Medusa, and here she is. What do we think? Let's go over some vital stats. Just beware of her eyes. So this is Medusa. She was in my personal inventory as MY6, indicating to me Mythos category, number 6. I named her Beautiful Medusa, simply because most of the Medusas I have are not quite as beautiful as she. The serial number is CZ409, and she was number 504 in my personal collection. This is a 40 by 70 or 16 by 28 inches if you're into that sort of thing. Round drills, 23 colors, purchased from Temu for $9.98. I started her on May 17th of 2024 and finished her on May 26th of 2024, and I have given her a 4.25 star rating in my personal rating system. Oh, and I spent 51 hours and 11 minutes on her. And let's talk about why. All right, so let's start with the cons so we can get the negative out of the way and end on like a positive at least or neutral note. The cons. The cover sheet that came on this was super really thin and chintzy. There was lots of shredding. You'd go to peel it, it would just like find a little tear and just rip and shred. There were times where I'd be plucking along and all of a sudden nothing would stick and it would just slide and swim around. Come to find out, there was like this invisible, imperceptible little sliver of the cover sheet still remaining on the canvas. So then I had to pull up my ruler and dig around with my tweezers and stab to find it, and the whole nine. It happened multiple times, was really frustrating. In the future, when I encounter another cover sheet as thin and chintzy as that, I think I will opt for just removing it entirely from the get-go and slapping on some cover release papers here. So just a note, if you get this one and it was like mine, feel the paper, the little cellophane cover. If it feels chintzy, get rid of that and put some cover sheets on. Do yourself a favor. The canvas was wrinkly, and you can kind of see in the end result. You might not have seen it till I pointed out, but now I'm going to point it out, and that's all you'll see. I'm sorry. But right through here, you can tell she was rolled. Right around here, you can tell she was rolled, and there's another roll line here, so you can tell where she had been rolled. Let's take a look at the back of the canvas, and you'll see what I mean. So here, when it's flat, you can't really see it, but there we go. Look, that definitive crease line there. There's a definitive crease line here. And trust, there's another one here if you can't see it. Just believe in Mushy. Okay, it's there. So it did affect the front of the canvas. Now, I did have her flattening for a couple weeks under weight and flat conditions. We did minimal. I mean, there are other things I could have done. I could have ironed it. So that's the wrinkle. Oh, sorry. The wrinkle, while it, sucks that it was there and it persisted and didn't iron itself out. Part of it is Mushy's fault. I could have done more and I just did not. So, how do you factor that in? That's up to you, but it did factor into my final rating. But I did take into consideration that I didn't do more to perfect the canvas. See, what else do I have? This was not a true to size measuring canvas. So this is a 40 by 70 centimeter, but when you measure it out both vertically and horizontally, we lose about 5 centimeters on each axis. About 10 centimeters total, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of like 4.5 inches of drill space that gets lost to framing and bordering. So that kind of stinks. Another thing, and you guys, if you've been here before, hi, you might know that I have a thing with like random pixels. I understand we're doing diamond painting and things can look pixelated. I get that. But like really random pixels kind of just irk me. There's one like random tan one up here, another random tan one over here. Oh, way over here somewhere. I think maybe here is a darker than it should be. There's a random red one up here. Just little things like that kind of mess with me a little bit, but that's a mushy thing. So if that doesn't bother you, then, you know, don't factor that in your thoughts. But those kind of things kind of get to me. Really, that was all the negative or cons that I had for this diamond painting. Otherwise, now we're ready to move on to the pros. So I thought this was just a beautiful rendition of Medusa. We normally see her as totally green or gray or hag looking, and this is beautiful. It reminded me a lot of the I think it was Disney more recent Percy Jackson remake series situation where they displayed her in the show as being this gorgeous young vibrant woman, you know, that just doesn't give off danger vibes until you look at her hair. I think the original art, the canvas itself, was very clean and crisp and clear. The image was what I saw on the website when I ordered. So just a clean, crisp image and render. I think this is really unique for Medusa art because, as I mentioned, we usually see her in more hag or grotesque or scary or drab forms, and this is just vibrant and beautiful with lots of different colors, but keeping on point with Medusa and snakes. It gave her that beauty. And the canvas was clear and easy to read. There were some large areas of color blocking, the black throughout the snake part of her hair, a little bit in the background, and across her face was a lot of color blocking. And then the confetti, where there was confetti, wasn't too bad at all. The color blocking areas did make it pretty quick and easy through that region, especially with using multi-placers. So it was kind of a really well-paced diamond painting, in my opinion. I enjoyed every minute of it, had a lot of fun. So those are kind of my pros and cons, really. Now, I do have some additional notes. You may notice there are enhancements. What you see here is not exactly how the canvas came from Temu. This had no special drills included in the kit, but I took it upon my very unartistic self. Okay, let me just hold a second. Let me just give you a side note. Mushy is not independently artistic. Without guidance, mushy are no artist. So I did the best I could. And if you see, you know, the AB enhancements and the rhinestone crystal enhancements, and you think it ruins it, or you don't like it, or you're looking at it like, I don't like those enhanced part of the canvas, that was mushy, not the canvas's fault. The canvas did not come with any special drills, but I did enhance, and I want to tell you what I enhanced. So in the original Medusa canvas artwork, she has green and brown and yellow snakes throughout her hair, except for one. This one here with a red head, and its body peeks out a little bit here. It was a little red, and then some red snake body peeked out here. The rest was all this brown, tan, green, and this was the only like unique snake. So I wanted to enhance that, and I did so with AB drills. The drills that I put on here as ABs were the direct correlation to the charted numbers. So if it was, say, I can't remember off the top of my head the exact numbers for all of them, but say it was like an 838, then I put AB 838 in that spot. There are some non-AB drills in here because I didn't have an AB correlate. So you will see that, you know, it's largely the body and the head I did have the correlate for, but some of the enhancing colors like the red and the orange and the yellow, I didn't have an exact correlate, and I'm not talented enough to, like, you know, make executive decisions. Yeah, it's my canvas and I could do what I want, but I really was afraid I'd screw it up real bad. So I just went ahead and left those as their regular drills and AB'd up the things that I had the direct AB DMC correlation for. So that's one enhancement I made. Another enhancement I made is her eye makeup. I AB'd her eyeshadow and her eyeliner here, as you can see. Now the eyeshadow and the eye makeup was largely dark brown, but most largely black. Now you're going to look at this and say, mushy, that is not black, that looks blue AF. And I agree, that is the AB coating on the 310 drills made all the 310s have this blue tinge to it. Kind of disappointed by that, but I did check 5 independent like sources of ABs that I had. I had some ABs from Temu that did not come with this kit, I bought separate. I had some ABs from 2 other budget companies that I've recently done PR packages for. I had black ABs out of a DAC kit and black ABs, I believe it was a Raven kit that I pulled it out from, don't quote me on that, but I know I had 5 different ABs from 5 different places in 310, and they all had this like blue hued coating. I wish they would just put silver or like opal, but for some reason all the ABs from all the 5 sources I checked all came with like this blue sheen. So kind of bummed about it, but it doesn't necessarily look bad. It's just, I think if this could have been some kind of true black with maybe a silver shift or an opal shift, would have been a lot better than a black drill with blue coating. But just know that, you know, all this eye makeup here was a dark brown and a black originally, and I did AB, you know, 310 ABs, and I think it was 939 or 838. Again, I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head. We'll see it in kit down. And then the other AB enhancements I made were down here on the boa constrictor that's wrapped around her neck here, and it comes down under her hand over here. Like her nail game though, guys, look at that. Like, I'm so jealous. Anyway, sorry. The ABs I did enhance the browns and the blacks and the tans in the boa constrictor, so you may be able to detect those down there. And that was all for AB enhancements. You may notice though that she does have a special glimmer on her lips and in her eyes. I added crystal drills for her pupils only, and I added crystal drills for her lips. These were the most direct matching that I could come up with. Some of you may or may not know, I do a ton of coaster sets, mostly over on TikTok. Occasionally I'll throw them over here on YouTube in a short format, but I do them largely over on TikTok. I've been doing them for a long time, and I save all my, you know, spare extra rhinestones. So her lips and her eyes were so mesmerizing on the canvas. I really wanted to make those super pop. So I did spend quite a bit of time trying to do my best to color match exactly the drills that were charted here. So I would pull out, you know, the charted drills and, you know, set an example aside. This is the color of blue, and I would go through all my spare blue rhinestones and find the exact ones that match the blues, the orange, the topaz, the brown. Same with the lips, the red, and that was the closest match I could get to the colors charted. Rhinestones, especially from coaster sets, often do not come with a DMC designation, so I couldn't just directly correlate. I had to eyeball it the best I could, and this is what I came up with. what do you think of the canvas itself, minus my enhancements, of course? If you imagine everywhere that you see ABs, you know, being regular drills of red, black, brown, yellow, her eyes being blue with black eyeshadow, her normal red lips. I mean, what do you think? Maybe I'll even put a picture here of the original artwork so you can see what that was in comparison to what I've kind of done to her. I like it. I really do like it. Sundown and Leah were also really big fans. I'm going to try to move this around and shift it just so you can kind of see. I think the crystals in her eyes specifically really make those blue eyes pop. And when you look at the AB drills at a certain angle that I'm not catching very well right now, it does look normal, but then you catch it at another angle and the blacks look blue. So, you know, I'm kind of bummed about that because I would have preferred to see it black. I will show it to you with the light. I'll show it to you with the light off. Maybe that'll help. Nope, that just made it pop more. Look at that. But you can definitely see where I put ABs in here. Look at that. That just pops out and gets you, doesn't it? That's crazy. All right, you guys. Well, that's my Medusa. I survived. I have not turned to stone. I think she appreciates the enhancements that I have made onto her, and she spared me from being stoned. Did any of you survive this post review? Anybody out there? You all rocks? Statues somewhere? Do I need to send help? All right, you guys. Well, let's say goodbye to Medusa for now while she awaits some sealant and a frame. And then we're going to do a kit down with a tag Q&A. Eileen over at Diamond Crafts by Eileen has tagged me and wants me to answer some questions and tag other creators and see if they'll respond answering some of those questions. Sounds like fun to me. Get to know me while I kit down. Let's go. Okay, you guys. So before I get started de-kitting, and answering questions that nobody ever wants, things like nobody ever wants or cares to know about mushy, you're gonna get the dirt. But before we start, I wanted to go over the tools that I used. I did use my Deadly Kiss pen from Patriotic Team with a single placer, and I did have a multi-placer in the bottom. I was using Alien Putty in Boulder, and I did use a little bit of Mystery as well. I used these two rulers. Yes, I know, they're beat up. Look, this one's even ripped, but it still is functional as long as I'm really careful, because that's sharp. Like, if you ever get these rulers and they rip, which they will, and you continue to use them until, well, as my dad would say, drive the car till the wheels fall off. If you're going to use the ruler until its wheels fall off, like I am, just be really careful that you don't stabby poke yourself on these little, you know, pokey stabbers of doom. It hurts. Not that I'd know or anything from personal experience, but I just heard through the grapevine. But yeah, I did use those to make my big sections. I used my Ephemera 3D green tray. I felt it was fitting for the canvas that we had. This is the Deep 6 model, or the 6 inches deep, as I like to call it. I can call it what I want. And I did test out and use this Craftmates Lockables kit that was gifted to me by Eileen over at Diamond Crafts by Eileen for my birthday and stuff. So, I mean, just because I'm fabulous. It wasn't like for my birthday or anything. It's because I'm fabulous. Right? Okay. All right. Let's get down and answer some, like, I don't know, trivia about mushy. All right. Just a few more tools. Sorry. A boat of safety, a potential boat of pouring because I may need it, and a funnel from Zodiac Shadows. Links all in the description down below for everything, including these little Tic Tac kits that I keep my spares in. And I will not be linking the Craftmates lockables because it was a gift, and I don't personally believe in searching up gifts and where they come from and their value and things like that. It's a personal me thing. So I'm sure you can look it up and find them for yourself if you like. I'm assuming craft stores and or Amazon, because like Amazon literally has everything ever. Probably a good place to start if you're interested. So I'm going to take these out of the sleeve so I have them out and handy. We have a runaway drill, not anymore. And I'm going to set this aside to give me a little bit of space, and here we go. All right. Oh, the questions. Nosy, bratty Eileen. Now I'm going to put these up here so I can like read them. I am not being mean and picking on Eileen. We have a camaraderie. So when I call her a brat, she's admitted it. She knows what she is. I'm ornery too. I have often been called a brat in my life, so it is not an insult. I consider it a compliment. Okay, question number 1 while we kit down. Let's find 310. Let me find my numbers because I have no, because these come like static in a, you know, situation. I don't have a way of really separating them to put them in numerical order, so we're just going to be all over the place. That's okay. I'm fine with that. So let's give me some space here while my papers fall. Oh boy. Oh boy, Mushy's having one of those days. Yeah. Can you cooperate, paper? I'd like paper. I'm trying to get paper to just stand up vertically on its own. Like just stand up and let me read it. It's kind of crazy. Boy, 310. We have a lot of 310 in here, so let me grab, and we have a lot of 310 over here too. I'll be right back. I need balls. Okay, so, hi. So, if you have been here before, then you know what I'm about to do. But if you have not, what I have here is some empty glass Christmas bulbs or holiday ornaments, if you will. And I found this a fun way to get rid of, I guess repurpose, reuse would probably be a friendlier, better word. Some of my excess drills that I have a lot of. Being a dark and creepy diamond painting channel, we do get a lot of like reds and black. I don't want these greens in here. Well, it might be, you know, it just might have to be. But I have an obscene amount of 310s in the backup stash. So I was trying to think of ways and other artsy fartsy stuff that I could do with spare drills, and I've spilt some already. Well, there we go. And this was one of the things I kind of came up with. I thought it could be fun for gifts for various holidays, or just because it doesn't have to be a holiday. But yeah, I am not real crafty on my own, so I'm like really proud of myself. Maybe I saw this somewhere and just don't remember that I saw it somewhere. And if I stole it from you, I'm sorry. But yeah, it was just a fun idea that I had to start filling these balls, and you know, with extra drills. I might eventually get like another set and do like the Medusa ball and put all the spares in there, but for now I'm just kind of doing color combos I like. All right, so I promise I'm going to answer some questions. Not that anybody, you know, knows or wants to know or cares about the answers. Trust me, you don't. I'm boring. 434. So question number 1, Eileen, was, what is the one thing you appreciate about your physical appearance? Oh boy, how I wish I had proofread these first and been selective. Oh kitty. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Okay, listen. First caveat, let me just tell you, I'm not a compliment fisher. I'm not fishing for compliments. I do not take compliments well. I do not like them. Listen, I'm a special little snowflake, okay? So this is not me fishing for compliments, and I will likely ignore any comments to the contrary of how I'm about to answer this question, simply not because I'm rude, but because it's who I am. One thing I appreciate about my physical appearance, I don't. Zero. None. You can confirm this with family members. Sundown will tell you. Al will tell you. Mushy is not the biggest fan of Mushy. If you want to know what Mushy looks like, vaguely, I guess, I was bullied by the, I don't know, powers that be, the Tubus of Ubis, into putting up a picture of some kind. And I was informed that, you know what, people like to see the creator, you know, who's behind the hands and the nails. So if you can put a little selfie of yourself so they know who they're listening to. And I was like, okay. And I did put a little, you know, what's on the channel homepage is me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry in advance. You thought Medusa was going to turn you to stone? Don't go looking at that. You won't recover. I am not liable for any eye injuries that come as a result of anyone getting nosy about what I look like. But no, I don't really have a lot that I appreciate about my physical appearance, if I'm being quite honest. I'm 45. I'm going to give you facts, and then you can, like, piece it together from there. I'm 45. Freshly turned. I have had a child. You know what that can do to a body. I have health and medical issues. I often struggle with a jaundice appearance because of my liver tumors. Yeah, I burn real easy in the sun. I'm real pale. I work late hours, like all hours, so often have bags under my eyes. I'm pretty boring in terms of I have brown hair and brown eyes, nothing exciting. So yeah, there's not a whole lot that I, you know, like about my physical appearance. If you're going to hold I mean, even that wouldn't work because I'm not afraid of stuff, but if you were to hold a weapon to my head and say, pick one, woman, or else, I guess it would be maybe my eyes. They're really cruddy brown, but I like I guess, I shouldn't say I definitely do. I guess if I have to pick, I kind of like the shape of my eyes a little bit. They're a little, I don't know, almond shaped. Open. I always look, you know, bright. I don't, my eyes look open and wide-eyed. You know what I mean? Like, not bug-eyed, but like wide-eyed. I don't know. Next question. I'm so over that one. Okay. What is the one thing you are most grateful for in your relationships or friendships? That's a hard one to pick, like one thing that I'm most grateful for. I mean, in my friendships or relationships, I mean, that's hard because every friendship and relationship is different, and you often get certain valuable assets out of different, I mean, there's not like one umbrella thing. Who wrote these? Ilene, I'm sorry. Did you write who wrote these? I don't, I guess, am I most grateful for that they're there, that I have friends and family and relationships that they're there to have. Does that make sense? Like, I'm grateful for their existence. I am full on this color, and I'm kind of on the lazy train, so I don't feel like making extras, so I'm gonna put some more drills in my balls. Yeah, I would just say that their presence in my life is enough. That I'm most grateful for that. because every relationship is different. Every, friendship is different, and they all hit a different way. You know what I mean? So I can't answer that as an umbrella statement other than to say that they're there to be my friend or in a relationship with me. Number 3, the most valuable lesson I have learned from failure. It sucks. I don't know. I mean, that's I guess that's kind of a given, and that's not a fair answer. But, hold on. Oh, 420. Oh, yeah, this is 420. That's actually like a khaki, tanny color, but, really kind of should have been a green. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, most valuable lesson I've learned from failure is to, I guess, honestly, if you're going to do something, if you're, whatever endeavor you're going to do, whether you love it or hate it, if you're going to do a task or a job or a responsibility, or if you're going to do something, do it right the first time. 581. Just do it right the first time. I mean, 581. I guess that's what I've learned is, don't try to cut corners, because then you suffer twice. You suffer the first time you're doing the thing you don't want to do, or maybe you do want to do it, but you feel like you don't invest as much of yourself or your time in it as you could have, and then it's effed up and you've got to turn around and do it again, and nothing's worse than sitting in your own stink. You know what I mean? When you fail and you have to go do it again, or it's called out in public, and then you gotta make it right. And I consider that like sitting in your own stink, and there's nothing worse than that, right? So avoid that by doing it right the first time. That's what I've learned. If I could learn any language instantly, which one would I choose? It wouldn't be French. Some of my French viewers and friends have heard me. I mean, give an honest try. I'm a goofball, but when I try the first couple times to, speak the French language, my mouth was not built to make those shapes, to make those sounds. So, yeah, it wouldn't be French. Or maybe it should be, to instantly have that knowledge, but then to try to speak it, just to know the language, doesn't mean I'll speak it well. So yeah, no, not French. 783. I guess I would like to be more fluent in Spanish. I don't really, no offense, but I don't really find a lot of beautiful sounding words in too many other languages. But Spanish, I just think, sounds beautiful all the time, no matter what's being said. Dame un beso, por favor. I know a little bit from high school. What little bit of high school I attended, I retained some. All right, 823. This is gonna be that inky dark blue, and I think I need some inky dark blue. I'll fill this, and whatever's left I'll put in my balls. Next question. What is my favorite way to start the day? Not to not have to start the day. I'm not saying anything morbid. I'm just saying more. I hate the start of a day, because that means the sleep is over. I struggle to wake up sometimes. It's the nature of being sick all the time. You just get drained and whatever. So that's the perfect way to start my day, is to sleep in. Because is that a valid answer? To not start it? To just stay in bed. But no, if I have to have a serious, legit answer, I guess the best way I think I would like to start my day with as long as I don't have to make the coffee, like if I could magically wake up and have a pot of coffee waiting for me and a nice peaceful day to sit out at the gazebo and maybe enjoy that coffee while looking around the countryside and enjoying the sights and smells and sounds of nature, etc. I think that would be an amazing start to my day versus the normal start that I get, which is a bunch of dog yapping, kid griping, man farting, you know. That would be the good start to my day. Or alternatively getting a phone call waking me up saying that, you know, I've won the lottery. Like, wouldn't that be nice if that's how it worked? Like, you just got a phone call. Guess what? Your name was drawn out of a hat. You're a millionaire. That'd be the perfect start to my day. But if we're talking realistic, a nice pot of coffee early in the morning, like maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock as the sun's coming up outside, because I live out in the country. It's very beautiful and peaceful, at least that early before the ruffians down the road wake up. Before the mess of mom-in-law wakes up to wreck the day. Oh gosh, this is gonna overflow too. $4.98. So what's my favorite way to spend a rainy day? I cannot answer that here, my friends. The answer to that, why these colors don't, I shouldn't have put these in here. Some of this kit, the dye lot, or somebody messed up somewhere because they, well, maybe I'm messed up. My brain is messed up, I guess. But no, I can't answer that one in public. That one has a private answer. I'll leave you to interpret. I don't know what it is about rainy days, but I don't know if it's, you know, the stormier, the dicier the weather, the more lightning and thunder, the, I don't know, more affectionate I feel. So $4.45. But aside from that, if I have to be, you know, all platonic and stuff, if you're gonna make me, it would also be, we have a deck on the front of our house. It's been a work in progress. The deck itself, the base, has been finished, but we are now moving on to phase 2. $4.45. 445. There's the hole. Okay. We're now moving on to phase 2, which is like getting the deck railings and new stairs. 606 and all that stuff. And then phase 3 is going, oh, that's full. 606 is real full, but that's like an orange red, and I don't like it. I don't like it for this ball, do I, you guys? Do I like this orangey red for this, like, do I? Sure. I mean, really, in the end, is it really gonna matter? Probably not. Watch, I'll put it in there and it'll be like neon orange looking and I'll cry. But anyway, phase 3 of our deck porch situation is going to be screening that bad boy in. Ah, yes. So when that's done, I would love to spend a rainy day in my screened-in porch watching the show. Until then, out on the patio or gazebo-y area would be the next best way. I would love to spend a rainy day. I love the sound of rain, the smell of rain. I don't like the after rain, you know, like that earthworm smell. I don't like that so much. But like the active raining, storming, I like to watch it. I like to feel it. I like to hear it, see it, smell it. Oh, this orange might go good in my Illini ball. Anybody know who the Fighting Illini is? That is a clue to where Mushy is from, where Mushy's grew up, where Mushy's father lives, where Mushy went to school, to college. Fighting Illini, right here. I'm making my daddy a flying Illini bulb for his tree this year. Anyway, yeah, because that man's stubborn and he won't let me spend money on him. And if I spend money on a gift for him, he gets really upset and kind of boo-boo hurt. So I just, you know, make him things. That's what he wants. I mean, who am I to argue? I mean, he can still ground me. He's still my elder. He can still, like, I don't know, phone ground me, like refuse to answer my calls. Yeah, that was my favorite way to spend a rainy day. That would be it. Let's see, what else do we have? What is my favorite movie quote? I don't remember. I can tell you, like, generally, I guess, I can tell you favorite movies. Can we get away with that? Can I tell you some of my favorite movies? We have been, and by we, I mean, Sundown and I. Well, no, you know what? I'll give you a favorite. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's a recent, refreshed. Why can't I find? Oh, 728. I was looking for 82. It's a favorite movie. Is it my absolute favorite? No, but it's a favorite movie quote. It can't rain all. Wait, what is it? I'm gonna mess it up. It can't rain all the time. Any Crow fans out there? I know you're there. Tanya, I already know. Go ahead and put it in the comments anyway, because I know you want to. But Tanya, I already know you're a Crow fan. As soon as I said any Crow fans out there, I could just hear Tanya typing away. Yes, me. Hello. You know this. But no. That's all. Oh, you know what? This was letter D. What color was D? I have a bunch of spare D's. I have a bunch of spare D's. It was this milky brown, like chocolatey milky brown, and I have a ball I can put them in. So let's go ahead and let's put these D's in those balls. But yeah, that movie, that line, probably mucked it up, but it's something to the effect of it can't rain all the time. Another recent favorite movie quote I have is, I warned you not to fall in love with me. She said, I warned you, or I told you. Anybody know what that's from? I'll give you a hint. We've been on a Nicholas Sparks kick lately. Watching lots of them. That was from one of the older ones it was a movie that it was been one of my favorites for a long time, many years, but I didn't realize it was Nicholas Sparks until recently. We're almost done and we're almost out of questions. Okay, so give me a second here to I have some 30. Okay. Ignore me. I'm scatterbrained. 3776. Next question. Mushy. Move along here. If you won the lottery, how would you spend the money? You know, don't ask me why. Not that I anticipate winning the lottery anytime soon, but I've been giving a lot of thought to, like, what would I do if I came into a large sum of money? I think I'm a practical person. I'm the kind that when, the Christmas time comes around, if you ask me for a list, what would you like for Christmas? Give me a list. I want to get you, first of all, I'll fight you on it. And I like, no, please don't give me a gift, but whatever, for parents and stuff. And I'll be the one that's like, I would love a new vacuum. Like, we could totally use a new coffee table. Like, hey, I really saw this lamp that would be great in the living room and give more light for everybody. I'm that person. Or hey, there's if you're gonna make me pick something fun, there's this fun family board game I don't usually ask for stuff for myself unless forced to, and then even then I try to find a way to make it beneficial for everyone. That's just kind of how I am. I think I don't know. I've always considered it the mom in me, because I wasn't always like that. I used to be like, gimme, 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 all the fun toys. But then I became a mom, and, everything became about, like, whatever will benefit her or the family or the house, or, my gift list became practical. So, therefore, if I won the lottery, 3819. Oh, this is where I need to take a second here. If I won the lottery, I would do something practical with it. I think the first thing I would do is buy a home. Not a mansion, not a big fancy, a modest, comfortable home. It doesn't have to be like a big situation with 100 rooms and 50 bathrooms, and a comfortable, modest, home that will be easy to maintain as time goes on. But has features and amenities I like: a bigger kitchen, some more square footage and stuff like that, a garage, and a filming studio, a workshop for sundown, a greenhouse and gardening shed, warehouse, storage, like a garagey, sheddy thing for gardening and greenhousing, and a greenhouse. I would fence off our property better. I would want everyone to get a new car, but I would want them to get something, not Lamborghinis and things like that. You could have a brand new car, but it would have to be practical, like conservative in the gas and stuff. Make it make sense, people. I would pay off any debts that my dad may or may not have. I don't know his financials, but if he had anything that needed taken care of, I would take care of that. I would buy my daughter her first starter home. Again, something, modest and startery. I'm not going to give her everything. She's going to have to work for some things, but I'll get her a little something. She can have a little manufactured home or a trailer or something out here in the country with us, or far away, whatever she wants. Relocate her wherever she would desire to be, whether that's here or far away, and get her a starter home and a reliable vehicle, and then a nest egg to live comfortably upon in case of emergency and to build upon. And then I would take my family on a vacation. Again, nothing crazy like 3 months abroad or something, but just, a modest couple-week vacation to Ireland and Scotland. And then the rest, I would buy Sundown a food truck or a restaurant, his choice, or both. He is an amazing cook and has had a restaurant in the past and did very well with it, and I think he could do it again and he would enjoy it. I think that kind of covers everything for everybody. The rest I'd probably invest. Family vacation, new vehicles, structures, improvement to the property, structures around the property that we could use or need. A new house that's modest, but not a mansion, not too crazy. Some new cars that aren't Lamborghinis, that are functional and practical. We got 2 more questions. You want to do them real quick, and I'll let you look at my balls? Yeah, look at my balls. I'll answer the other 2 as quick as I can. What is your best excuse for getting out of... Oh, it cut off. For probably getting out of something you don't want to do, I'm going to guess. Unfortunately, it kind of acts as an excuse, but it's literal. often I do have to not commit or cancel things due to health reasons, so I guess that's my best excuse for getting out of something is health, but it's also the honest excuse, so do with that what you will. And finally, number 10, what is your favorite way to recharge and find inner peace? Diamond painting. Diamond painting, but for myself, you know, at night after everybody's gone to bed and things are quiet. I do also like to read, and also recharge and inner peace. Video games is a big one for that. I know, boring answers, expected, stereotypical, standard answers. I'm sorry. Those are them. All right, you guys. Well, thank you. I now have a mess to clean up, but that's for me, not you. I'm not going to make you stick around while I clean this up. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of Medusa? What did you think of my enhancements on Medusa? Did I totally screw her up, or did I do okay, or it's all right, could I have done better? Let me know what you think. Should I have left her alone? I don't know. Probably. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't mess her up for you guys. And also, if you need any links, they should be down in the description box below. But if not, for some reason, hit me up and let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up on your way out if you don't mind, if you liked the video. Also, if you find yourself here quite often but haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button over there on the side and click that notification bell so you'll be notified next time I upload a video. And with that, we're out of here, guys. I will see you in the next one. Stay naughty.